Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Schuyler Community Schools, in its partnership with parents, students, and the community, is committed to educate students to become skilled, knowledgeable, and responsible citizens in a global society. Notice of the meeting was given in advance according to state law by giving notice of the meeting to the public. Notice of the meeting was also given in advance to all members of the Board of Education. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting has been preceded by advance notice and is hereby declared to be an open session. A copy of the Open Meeting Act is posted in front of the board meeting room. First order of business, election of officers for the 2020 year. We'll entertain nominations for president.
I nominate Rich Brabetz for president.
Other nominations, please.
I'll make the motion for nominations to cease and that we cast a unanimous ballot for the nominee.
I second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call.
Roll call vote.
Sally.
Okay, Lanuza,
Yes.
Mishek,
Yes.
Simrod,
Yes.
Vavracek,
Yes.
Roberts.
I will abstain. I don't want to say no. Okay. Nominations for vice president.
I nominate Brian Vavracek for vice president.
I second it.
I will
Wait a
move.
minute.
You didn't
Right,
need
all
the
right.
second.
There's
Did
no
he?
second. It's just a nomination. Don't worry about it.
Do I have to second it?
I guess not. It's just a nomination. It's not a motion.
But now you can make a motion.
But now you can
Then
make a
you have
motion.
to make a motion. Okay.
I will move to cease nominations and cast unanimous ballot for Brian. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
There you go.
Okay. Call the roll.
Mishek,
Yes.
Simrod,
Yes.
Vavracek,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Lanuza.
Yes.
Okay, nominations for secretary. I will nominate Virginia Semrod.
I move that nomination cease and we cast a unanimous ballot for Virginia Simrod.
I second it.
Been moved and seconded. Sally, whenever you're ready.
Simrod,
Yes.
Vavracek,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Lanuza,
Yes.
Mishek.
Yes.
For the office of treasurer, I nominate Charles Mishek.
I'll make the motion for nominations to cease and cast a unanimous ballot for Chuck.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded.
Yeah. Simrod,
Yes.
Okay.
Vavracek,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Lanuza,
Yes.
Mishek.
I'll abstain. I think it's a conflict of interest.
All right. NASB delegate.
I nominate Rich Brabitz for NASB delegate.
And I will make the motion for the nominations to cease and to cast a unanimous ballot for Rich.
I'll second that.
Whenever you're ready, Sally.
Bobercheck,
Yes.
Robbins,
Yes.
Lanuza,
Yes.
Mishek,
Yes.
Simrod.
Yes.
At this time, I would like to appoint Sally Jacob to the position of recording secretary for as long as she chooses to do so, or longer. We did talk a little bit, I believe, at the last meeting with regard to committee assignments.
Just an
And
appointment. Rich appointed.
yeah, we don't have to vote on that. You are in. But again, with regard to committee assignments, if you have a particular area of interest, please do let me know up front. And we will have at least 2 people on a committee. And if there's a, need in some of the areas, we will definitely have 3. And again, as we have done in the past, if a member is unable to attend a particular committee meeting and they wish to call someone to go in their place, that is also acceptable. But again, please do share with me your desire to work on at least 2 committees, if you would, please. We did not meet as rigorously as maybe we could or should have in the past year. And I believe we need to get back to that scenario of having a more regular meeting setting and be more active in some of the decisions and discussions with the administration team. And so we do want to move down that road. So moving on, I will entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion? Things look pretty good. So go ahead and call the roll, Sally.
Mishek,
Yes.
Simrod,
Yes.
Bobercheck,
Yes.
Robbins,
Yes.
Lanuza.
Yes.
Okay. Public forum. Again, we have some guests with us this evening that want to speak, share their ideas and comments with the board. We'll limit your comments to 5 minutes. Okay, if there are none, we will move on. Student rep report. We don't have. Oh,
But it's included in the
yeah. I want to know who won this ugly sweater contest. Do you know?
Never heard.
No. Darn. I had one. I could have won.
My daughter won one of the,
one of the things.
yeah, one of the contests.
And Margarita almost won the most creative self-made sweater.
Awesome.
I give me a second.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to budget, finance, negotiations, personnel. New hires. Someone want to make that motion?
I'll make the motion to approve new hire recommendations as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, discussion?
Get the replacement people mostly, but Lee Hesse is not a replacement. That's a position at the start of the year that we couldn't fill. We didn't have an application. And so rather than hire bad, we said we will try to do with our current staff and then see if we have a graduate at a semester. And so that's what happened there. So,
Okay.
so we're not really adding staff. We just didn't fill because we didn't have qualified candidates. Right? I mean, so.
Then we have 3 other paras. Okay.
Yeah.
Any comments or questions? Not. Sally?
Simrad,
Yes.
Bobercheck,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Anuza,
Yes.
Mishak.
Yes. I will make the motion to approve the 2021 superintendent's contract as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion. We met,
Last week.
yeah, I don't remember what day it was exactly, but last week and talked through existing, a lot of things we talked through, but again, from program wise and we see that there's a great many things that are going well and still some things to target as opportunities. And we made a recommendation as is presented. Again, I think the administrative staff is doing a very good job, and I think we've got some good things going. And again, like I said, there's always opportunity for improvement no matter what we're doing. So hopefully to move down that path some more. Chuck or Brian, any comments?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rich said it well. Yes, we got a lot of good things happening and a lot of high marks on Dr. Hazing's evaluation. I guess we're not everything's perfect. We're exactly where we want to be. Room for improvement, room to grow, but that's always a good thing. Extending the 2-year contract another year is stability for the district, so it's a positive thing, and with a raise that's in line with other staff raises and with the array, so it's I'd recommend this motion.
I would too. What more can I say? They've said it all. No, I think we're very very pleased to have the superintendent we have, and as Rich and Brian mentioned, there's always things that we can do more, and but we've had a lot of positive things move forward as we been here for approximately, I believe he's on his 7th year.
Yeah, that's my 7th year.
And I think it's all good. And the 2 years is good. I could make it 5, but
No, I won't. You did before that.
oh, I don't have to vote on this again then that way. I'm dead.
Not me.
Sally, go ahead.
Bobercheck,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Anuza,
Yes.
Mishak,
Yes.
Simrad.
Yes.
Any comments on the school calendar? What's
We had our first meeting with administration early today, talked through a few things, some guidelines they're going to be visiting with their staff, and I already talked to the president of the teachers union, and we're going to be talking through some things that we're going to be recommending for changes. Hopefully we have the calendar ready by March meeting, so we'll bring it back. that they can visit with their staff.
One thing that I saw that I really like is that, again, if they are considering having the 2 full weeks for the winter break. I think that that's a plus, just because there's a lot of families that they go out of the country, and plus it's good for the staff to have a good 2 full weeks of. So I'm glad to see that, in my opinion.
Yeah, we will bring back a recommendation before we bring back for you to vote. So hopefully next month we can at least talk through some discussions. I'll put it in there, what some of the things are. But so once we get some input from staff, then it'll be. So.
I got a question on Labor Day. What day is Labor Day on?
Monday.
Well, am I reading this wrong that it says September 2nd, which then on the calendar, that's a Wednesday?
Yeah, because Dave updated that, but he probably didn't move that date over.
Hey,
The rest of you for noticing that too, by the way.
Right after the admin meeting.
The 4 times you looked back. I didn't notice it.
I caught it the first time. I mean, I'm just.
So we're moving Labor Day to Wednesday.
It's the 7th.
The 7th?
Yes.
The first Monday.
That's
All right.
That's the only thing that I questioned.
At least Dave did that,
True.
but the rest of them didn't do anything. I want you to know.
Just another thing on the 2 weeks for Christmas. You know that puts a pretty big stress on some grandmas and grandpas. So might be something you want to consider.
And moms,
I'm just listening to the staff. So.
lots of food.
I did notice that I neglected to go over the oath of office.
We don't have
We
it.
don't have to do that anymore.
No. Well, because we have no new. It'll be next year.
Okay, great.
So no.
I'll clear that up.
But if you want to do it, if you can. Nothing says you can't.
I'll be all right. Principals reports.
Rich, I'm going to
Yeah.
back up. Normally there's a priority school report, but because of Christmas break, they didn't have one. So it isn't that we left it off. It's just with that break in there, they didn't have a report.
Okay.
So I just wanted to keep you there.
Yeah.
One good thing?
Yeah, let's start with Dr. Gibbons.
You know, I'm gonna stay with personal and my 11-year-old son who wants to be a hunter. I don't hunt, so I let him go out with his uncle, and he got his first deer, and he was very excited about that. And it was, I won't take too much time, so if you want to hear the whole story, it was a fiery experience.
He caught on fire. Dave sacrificed his son, so they're calling him Abraham this morning. he sacrificed his son for a deer.
Well, now we're curious.
All right, so he was.
We're not that
Yeah.
I'm going to share. Last Wednesday, I was at OPS administrative offices working with their SPED director and some others. And like I shared at SAA, I was so excited. Like, we're already doing what a lot of the planning and the narratives that we were writing, we already have in place. So I was like, yes, for small town America, because they were mostly larger districts. So I was very proud of our district.
Okay. There.
Found out tonight my oldest son Mason, who's a graduate here at Schuyler, he is a sophomore at Midland University. He switched this year from basketball to track, and he will be running his first indoor meet this Saturday at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So,
cool.
Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
Mine, I think, I kind of chuckled last week. There's a few of you that have been on the board for a while, but
That is funny.
yeah. Traffic at the elementary is so smooth now. I mean, it takes us 5 minutes. You know, we used to think it'd be 45 minutes and we would spend all this time talking about it. But I think with busing, the after school program, just making some big changes out there, it really was smooth.
Stephen?
It's really exciting to watch the progression of the construction site out there. Walls go up, kids see it, it's exciting about it. Definitely really be proud of once it gets completed. I think it's good for our district.
Yeah, I'm going to say just what probably my highlight that I had on there. Just working with Katie Bertrand has just been, she's just been busting her tail and doing great things for us. So she's working with kids, got a lot of tough issues going through, and she's just been up there, up front, wondering what she can do to help. So it's been nice to have her on her side. And I forgot to tell her that, so I got to tell her that tomorrow.
Mr. Grammer stole mine, but I'll just expand on a little bit. It's neat to see our project moving at a good pace. I kind of hear some of the hurdles, some of the things behind the scenes that they're dealing with, but they seem to meet those challenges and keep things moving every day. And seeing walls up is the next big step in that, so it's good. A lot of great things. I'd like to highlight Mrs. Lopez. She's the I guess office coordinator here at the municipal building, and she is just such a friendly face, really constant, even keel. You know what you're going to get when you're working with Ms. Lopez, and you know there were times in Mrs. Burton's short absence where she'd remind me of things that needed to be done, and that was really super duper helpful. And just thanking her for a great service there.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. I have several good things. One is just Mr. Zavidal and his leadership while I was gone for maternity leave. He did a wonderful job leading our building and helping me prepare the many months beforehand. There's a lot of you know, after work time and in the summer just working to get things ready for my absence. So thankful for all that he did. Also, we brought in 2 of our staff and gave kudos to them on Friday at the staff meeting. One is Miguel Mignon. He was one of our custodial staff members at SMS. With our other 2 custodians spending a great deal of time out at the new property that the district has purchased, cleaning and preparing that. He did the work of 3 people at the break. And if you've ever watched him work, he doesn't just walk, he runs. He's impressive. And so when I announced that at our staff meeting, they actually got on their feet and gave him a round of applause. The guy was moved to tears. It was pretty neat. He cares about his job in our district that much. I also brought up Andy Hall. I've nominated him for the National Math and Science Teaching Award opportunity. And so he is going through that process, and he's incredibly well deserving of that nomination. So it was a good staff meeting.
I would just like to spotlight my new music teacher to our district this year, Tasha Eldridge. Has just brought up some really good things out to the rural schools. So we had a Veterans Day program and a Christmas program. Veterans Day program was your normal Veterans Day program, but for the Christmas she had a musical, and so we had kids with speaking parts and with actual individual singing parts and stuff. So that was really fun to see how it all worked together for one program. Also, just real quick, a good note is we started using Mayan this year, where the kids can get online to read books at the elementary level, and kind of challenged my rural school teachers to make sure that the kids know how to get on and use it since we're paying for it. The kids absolutely love it. Like, I was in Miss Baca's room the other day, and a little kindergartner showing me how he logs in and all the books that he's read, and so they have just opportunity of thousands of books, and it's the reward for if they get done, they can go log on and read a book on the iPad, which is, you know, way different than reading it out of a book. So, but they love it, and they get to take little quizzes on them and stuff. So, really good purchase for our school district.
I was online in between school and coming here, and Mrs. Gustafson, our speech coach who is starting up the speech season, she had posted that we have some spots available for other schools to come join our speech meet. And the comments and rave reviews from last year's speech meet and people wanting to actually come and judge at the speech meet, schools wondering if there's still room open. So just the program she has built and the fact that other schools want to become a part of it and other judges from other areas want to come and help us continue to keep that a success.
Awesome. Virginia?
I'm really excited that we have, like, I think every administrator here tonight, and I don't think I've seen that for like long time. Am I right or wrong?
No school events tonight.
No, I know. That's pretty amazing. So that's cool. I'm also excited to see the building project and walls going up, and now we want to drive by and see what's happened. So anyway.
Cool. I'm going to go back to Christmas. We were lucky to have all of our, Dan and mine's children, all there at the same time this year, which we haven't done that in a long time. So it was kind of fun. And grandkids.
No.
Okay. Whatever. I'm just going to highlight Paul and Ronnie. They head up a great custodial staff here, and I think sometimes we take them for granted and we push a lot of work in their area, but anytime I've asked them to step up and do something, Paul has gone way above and beyond, and Ronnie, as far as organizing. I had told him, do we need to hire a serval or something to come in and get this cleaned up? And they took it kind of like an insult that you would hire somebody better than us to come do this. And their crew, they're doing a great job in there. I told the administrators today, you can build a building or you can buy a building. But it really isn't about that. It's about what you do with it, the potential, what you have that's most exciting. And so whether it's building that building or the nursing home, turning it into a district building, I'm pretty excited about the potential of what we can do with it. So, but thank you to our staff that wants to make it happen. So.
Well, I was reading through all the comments and one of the things I was critical of in some of the evaluation was volunteerism, but I'm reading through Mr. Kovar's report and see, that we are getting those types of things going on. So that is a very positive thing. I want to comment on that. And beyond that too, again, just over the Christmas season, being able to be with all the family and get them all in one room at a time, it's just an awesome deal. So.
I think it's good to see Mrs. Burton back in that chair over there. Back on the job. And then I have to really thank you, Sally, for this little print up here that I really can't see. And then you printed this so nicely in bold letters. Thank you very much.
How little I have to do with that.
I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna talk about basketball again. It seems like I talk about basketball a lot, but I guess that's my interest. But I may have highlighted Coach Jake Arkfeld before. He's coaching the club team that I coach again, and he took a different job and moved to Norfolk, and so there was not any expectation that he would continue to coach, and just had gotten an email or a text message from him about a month ago that he just was thinking about it, and he really liked the girls that we coach, and he wanted to coach again. So he's driving back from Norfolk to volunteer his time. Doesn't have ties to the community other than working here for a couple years. No kids on the team, and he's driven back here 4 or 5 times in the last couple of weeks to coach, and it was really because he said, I really like those girls. And so it's a testament to the kids we got in our school district that they're struggling to be successful, but they are attentive and they're respectful, and I don't think that unless they gave him that respect and that attention, I don't think that he'd want to be doing that. So that's a good vote of confidence for the kids.
Okay, so mine is going to be on the personal side. I'm just I'm glad to be back on the States. I enjoy a lot of my vacation, but I'm glad to be back. That's it.
All right.
I just want to highlight our strategic planning day is set for Monday. We got a little bit more planning to go, but I did include the agenda tonight. We do have a keynote speaker. Marsha Herring is actually going to run the morning. Keynote speaker John Cook is the University of Nebraska volleyball coach. And then we have Liz Anderson from Thought Exchanges is going to come out and run the exchanges for us so that we can participate more than have to actually try to run the day. So I'm pretty excited about that. One of the things that we're also doing different this year is that we're inviting our community leaders to come to that one and sit down with our staff. We've done several times in the evenings and have had varying crowds. And so in talking to Marsha Herring, she said, I've never done that like that before, but it'd be interesting to see how this works. And so we're looking at having the community engage with us. You're invited as board members to do the same thing. It's just a workshop. So when you sit down in that, everything will work that way. So if you can participate, great. Otherwise, we're going to share the results of that planning session. After that morning, we will provide lunch for the community leaders at the district building or the nursing home. Give them a chance to walk through it and see what it is that they purchased. And then that afternoon, we'll open it for our staff because our staff hasn't had a chance to really go through that facility. So just to give you a heads up that that's happening Monday. If you can make it, great. But we're going to do our best to try to get input into what we've focused on in the past, and then we'll also give them some opportunities to push out some new things that they want to focus on as a school. So I also did put the first semester bus report in. Ronnie put that together with all those numbers. It's really pretty impressive, the number of kids that were
There are a lot of kids
transporting. And then I also put in the 2019 safety and security report that Ronnie now goes through and sits down with the principals and looks at each one of the recommendations for those other buildings. So not something to spend a lot of time on tonight, but just so you know, it's
quite a lengthy report.
Yeah.
Any committee reports? Did foundation meet?
Yeah.
Foundation did meet a week ago. I was not able to attend. We did meet today with administrators for selecting staff of the second quarter. So thanks to the administrators for your input. Dan or Virginia, do you got anything to report from last week?
No, we did talk in there a little bit about our strategic plan. And the minutes are always posted out there. If you go to the website, you can go through the minutes and all the finance reports and everything else. So that's down the bottom. It's in there.
All right. Do we have any other correspondence? What day is that? Labor Day.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday this year.
Where do you find out about Memorial
Day? Any other items to discuss?
The only other item is that on Friday we will have our, it's called a topping off ceremony. Jim, is that correct? Is that the right term? Where our high school kids will get a chance to go out and sign a beam, and then that final beam will go up on top of the building. And so our high school kids will get to participate in that. And then following that, the architects are going to be here and representatives from Hausman, and we're going to discuss options for the performing arts area, the seating, and the person was supposed to have the seats here today, but had a family emergency of some kind, so couldn't make it. And so hopefully they'll be here by Friday where you can see different options for seating and so on, and maybe make some decisions with the architects a little more informed.
So is that ceremony at?
That ceremony was at 1:30. And then after that, then we can meet and discuss options for that performing arts.
That's Friday.
That's Friday. Kind of a neat thing, anytime you can get your kids more involved in their school, give them some ownership. And it's the one place where they can put some graffiti, because it won't last long, but at least they can get the graffiti up.
Yeah, and hopefully we never see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else to bring before, then we will entertain a motion for adjournment.
The meeting.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.